Decimal subtraction. Subtraction is the process of determining the difference between two numbers. The difference is obtained by subtracting the subtrahend from the minuend. The example below shows you that the subtrahend is the number that follows the subtraction sign, the minuend is the number that's being subtracted from, and the difference is the answer. A negative number results when you subtract a larger number from a smaller number. In business, negative numbers are often expressed by enclosing the number within angle brackets, such as the 29 here in the angles. They may also be enclosed within parentheses, expressed with a minus sign before the number, such as negative 29, or printed in red. Subtracting vertically. To subtract vertically, work from right to left, subtracting the bottom number from the top. So over here, I'd go 6 minus 5 is 1, and 3 minus 1 is 2. Notice that the top number, the minuend, is larger than the bottom number, the subtrahend. My difference is 21. To check your answer or attend to the precision, you do that by adding the difference to the subtrahend. So my difference, which was my answer, I add that to the subtrahend, which was the number being subtracted, and I check to make sure that my answer is 36. 1 plus 5 is 6, 2 plus 1 is 3. My answer is 36. That matches what my minuend was to start with. So my answer is right. Regrouping or borrowing, as it is sometimes called, is used when the number being subtracted is smaller, but the top number, the minuend, doesn't have enough in the place value to subtract. So in this example here, 75 is definitely bigger than 39, but there's not enough numbers in the top 5 to subtract 9 in its place value. So you would regroup. You would take, so the groups are that you have 7 tens and 5 units, and you're subtracting 3 tens and 9 units. Clearly you see that there's not enough. So I need to change these units. I need more units here. To get them, I borrow them from this place, or I regroup. So I would change this to 6 tens because I'm taking 1 and putting it in my units, which now becomes 15 units. And then I leave the other number as it is. In the example over here, it would look like this. I'm going to borrow from here, cross that out and write the number that's left, and I make this a 15. Then I do the subtraction. 15 minus 9 is 6. 6 minus 3 is 3. And if I wanted to check it, I would go ahead and do the addition. To add it, I would take the answer and the subtrahend, and I would add them together. 6 and 9 is 15, carry the 1. 1 and 3 is 4, and 3 more is 7. I've checked my answer. It is correct. Okay. If you are subtracting a larger number from a smaller number, reverse the numbers and subtract. Remember to designate it as a negative number by putting a negative sign in front of it. Example, clearly 31 is less than 48, and I'm trying to subtract that. This is the idea that I, as a business, have $31 and I'm making a purchase that's $48. I clearly don't have enough. How much do I need? Well, I do the subtraction. I change the order because I know I can subtract in this direction. 8 minus 1 is 7. 4 minus 3 is 1. But it's money I need, so I have to make sure that I make it negative. So my answer is negative 17. I need $17 more dollars if that was the business transaction I was working on. Adding negative numbers results in a negative number, but doesn't change the process for addition. So let's say I have a whole bunch of things that came out of my business, my checking account or whatever. I would just add all the numbers up. 7 and 3 is 10, and 3 is 13, and 5 is 8. And 5 is 18, so I'd carry the 1. Then I have 1 and 4 is 5, and 8 is 13, and 2 is 15, and 1 more is 16. So I have $168 in the hole. That's how much money I owe. If you are adding negative and positive numbers, first add all the negatives, then all the positives. Then you would subtract the numbers and add the sign of the amount which was larger, either the positive or the negative. So if I have a whole bunch of them, I group the kinds together, the positive transactions and the negative transactions. I add those up separately in their groups, and then I'd subtract the numbers.